Yo, 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 what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of WINJECT Radio presented by WINJECT Studios. Really excited to have you here. We're going to kick this thing up a couple notches. We're going to Goals and Commitment Series, Part 1. So it's going to be really exciting to watch everybody get yourself together. So I'm trying to get this thing off of mute on this one side so we're ready to rock and roll. So guys, this week's going to be a really cool week. We have the soft launch of WINJECT Studios and WINJECT.com. Everything is populated in the back office. So for those who are part of the community, some emails have went out over the last couple of days. And also on the back end of this, we're going to start doing some promotions and kicking up the ad spend and dumping in a bunch of value. But part 1 of Goal Commitment Series is first trying to identify where you need to break out the certain metrics for you to surpass your goals. So the whole thing about goals, and I'm going to do my best to try to keep my eyes on the chat box. So if you're messaging on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, make sure you're doing so. I'll do my best to circle back. I'm running solo today. So the main understanding when you're trying to break down certain things you're trying to accomplish, it usually typically comes from a dream. And what's the definition of a dream? It's to contemplate the possibility of doing something that you want to accomplish. Yes, yes. And then you also breaking down with a goal. So what is a goal? It's the object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or a desired result you're looking for. The thing about setting goals and surpassing goals to get to the overall outcome, you need something to chase. And what you're chasing is a target. And that is a benchmark that sets up a clear course of action for you to maneuver around. And some days the targets will change, but the overall goal in the dream typically won't, depending on where you're going after. All right. So something that you must, I want everyone to pay attention to the words that I'm about to use. Something that you must achieve in order to stay on track to surpass your goals. Planning and goal setting is all about bringing that dream into the reality. Everyone's hopes, dreams, desires, passions, and admirations in life, like most things in life, I take it to another level and a step further. For me personally, and I can only speak for myself here, I take it a step further because I have to. It's a must for me to take a step further because I'm not going to be motivated if I do not. I have to make it life and death because it's how I am able to tap into what drives me. Understanding and defining your competitive advantage in life is the major difference maker of you coming short on your goals, surpassing your goals, and then changing your overall outcome because the dreams just keep getting better. Is this all making sense? Yes, yes. So here's the question that I ask myself because I eat my own dog food every morning, and I ask everyone at the beginning before diagnosing any potential problems. What in your life, and I might want to write this down, what in your life right now are you trying to accomplish and you can't just seem to get there? That's a powerful, crafty little question. Is it not? But some give me this Sunday school answer. What is this Sunday school answer? The answer is you really don't want to give. Kind of vague. Until I ask it another way. Say, Mr. Prospect, Sally, Jesse, I'm going to say Raphael. Remember that old talk show host? But some of us give us that Sunday school intro. I'll say, Sally, if I was able to grant you one wish, and I was able to help you get to the desired outcome with less time, less effort, which will result in you making tens of thousands or more money than you can ever dream of in this lifetime, what would that be for you? What's in your brain right now? What's in your head that you're not going to tell me? What are you not communicating? And if I frame it that way, it's a good chance they'll end up sharing what they're trying to accomplish and something's blocking them. But here's the thing, and I mentioned this on a lot of other shows. The thing that you're in a battle with every single day is you and you only. But some of you are so gifted and blessed that you can't seem to realize that the biggest battle you're losing every day is only to yourself. There's 3 groups. I want everyone to write this down. There's three groups of people that have not achieved concrete success. Number one, people wanting to get started, but unfortunately, they're unsure, unclear about how and what to do. Number two, people who have gotten started, but they can't seem to make conscious decisions to move forward and keep moving forward. Three, people that are doing great, but they can't stop comparing themselves to other people, and that becomes very demotivating no matter what results they're producing. What I would like for you to do today is, as I'm going through this, I want you to see where you fall in line in these three, if you're one of these three. And if you're overachieving your goals and you're overachieving your targets and you're reaching the overall outcome, congratulations. But that's only about 95% of the people in the world that are stuck in this grind and they can't move forward. This is all making sense. Yes, yes. So here's the thing. Pay very close attention to what I'm about to say. What you aren't prepared for will be the difference between achieving your dreams or giving up on yourself. And I'll say it again. What you aren't prepared for will be the difference between achieving your dreams or giving up on yourself. Most of you know I'm probably military. What they train you for in the military is chaos, chaotic moments. And the reason why they train until their eyes bleed is because they're tapping it all the way down deep in your subconscious mind, so that way you do not flinch, you just react. That's how you have to attack your goals. You're going to be willing to go through whatever life is going to throw at you. And right when you seem like you're doing something great, the world is going to hit you with a lot of adversity, a lot of force. It's going to make sure you're really ready for it. I'm going to ask you a question. What is your biggest fear in life? It's a hard question for most. Tough question. Have you invested enough time to really identify what you're really afraid of? You have to uncover what that is for you. For me, personally, and I can only speak for myself, it's untapped potential, period. I have to die on E. Most of you know my story. I'm not going to get all the way into this. This is about you. It's not about me. If you feel that you're not living up to your fullest potential and you're not doing what you can do, you're a walking, talking disaster. True story. But most of you aren't on that path. But if you don't do what you can do you see my point here? And I say this a lot. But if you can't do what's not impossible for you because you don't have the mechanics, you're not built for that, then there's no issue. I'm going to share with you some steps I use personally. I can't share on things that I do not do myself because I have to eat my own dog food. I have to be willing to walk that path with you. And hopefully from what I'm saying to you today, I'm just a finger pointing down the trail. You got to walk it for yourself. But these are steps that I use that will help you forge the skills to be able to operate at the optimal level, the highest level that you're capable at operating at. Most of you might not be able to tap into it. This is a very difficult thing. Whether you get what you want and maybe you were trying to set a goal to be in better physical shape, earn more money, achieve greater emotional fulfillment in life, or improve your mental sharpness, these steps will provide a framework that you can use to fill in based on your specific situation and circumstances. The key is to start taking these steps today, not yesterday, today. If you really want to be successful in life, whatever that might be for you, insert attitude, insert situation, circumstance, I highly suggest you paying very close attention, because just like with the great Tony Robbins, he's pretty much a prophet right now. Anything he says turns into a quote. Success leaves clues. If you look at the most successful people in this world, they don't do things that are really complex. They do small little movements every single day that leads them to making better conscious decisions. Step one, write this down, please. You have to get clear, really clear, about what you want to achieve, and the most offensive question, why? Why do you want it? Too many people are unhappy, lack of contentment, or feel frustrated because they don't have a clear idea of what they even want. In most cases, they want something simply because other people want it too. This is a sure recipe for personal unhappiness. What does unhappiness lead to? Depression, anxiety. Yes? Not good. Why? Because they're not your own ideas. They're not your own things that you really truly want. If you're not simply living up to others' expectations or simply following the crowd, stepping in line, you don't want to conform. Instead, pick objectives that make sense personally to you and you only. The key is to take ownership of your objectives. Step 2, determine what you need to do to achieve your objectives. And why is this important? Because you start peeling it back. Now that you set your sights on an objective due to truly your personal reasons, the next step is to get clear idea of what you need to do to reach those objectives. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? These are the things you do not want to do. True. You have to be brutally realistic as possible. Don't expect your wishes for results you've never achieved to be simply happen by accident. There is no luck. There is not a horseshoe stuck up my you-know-what. This thing happens every day. Not on just Mondays, not on Saturdays, every day. You have to be going after it. Because no one's going to hand it to you. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. However, if I wanted to achieve great things, if I didn't want to achieve great things, success is only different from most other people that don't want certain things. This is all making sense. Yes, yes. How many of you have ever achieved something that when you actually obtained it, you were like, I don't even know why I wanted this damn thing. I was thinking too small. That's a good indicator that you're tapping into the outer layer of your potential. And that's a great sign. But if you're not going to lose weight by random, just because you want to make a lot of money, simply you're wishing for it. You have to have the list of precise and set realistic steps you need to take to make your objectives become a reality. Focus on these questions. Number 1, what do you have to sacrifice momentarily? Pay attention. Sacrifice momentarily to turn into an investment into yourself. You notice what I did just there? It might be a sacrifice today. In the long run, it will be an investment. But the sacrifice is if you don't take action, if you don't follow through. How much effort, number 2, how much effort will it take on a daily and weekly basis? Number 3, how much does it compromise your quality of life in all areas? All. You don't want to just be successful and make a bunch of money and not have anybody to share it with. Do you? It's not fun. True story. Not fun. So you have to look at what am I compromising? What kind of changes do I need to make today? Not yesterday, not tomorrow, today. What changes do I need to make today? You have to get a reward from all the pain and allow that pain to propel you forward to discover the very best you can offer the world. You notice I said offer the world here. Pay very close attention to the words that I'm using with you today. The pain is going to come from the things you do not want to do. I don't like getting up at 4:45 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, 4:15 in the morning. It's a necessity for me to do it. It's a prerequisite. This is how you start to run circles around people because you're outworking them based upon your habits. I will not, in the middle of the process, be defeated, depleted, or nor destroyed, because you can destroy yourself. Yes, yes. If you're going to quit, do not move past step 2. This is it. game over. If you're just going to quit on yourself, why even go past this step? Because what you aren't prepared for will be the difference between achieving your dreams or giving up on yourself. You do not lose. You only lose when you give up on yourself. The target, pay attention to what I was saying earlier, something you must achieve in order to stay on track to surpass your goals. It's not about just trying to get there, guys. You're trying to blow right past them. What will break most people is they're not prepared for the unexpected in life. Most of you don't even know that you can even be broken in the first place. You can put all your hopes, dreams, stuff in a jar. It doesn't do anything for you. But as soon as you're met with some adversity in life, most people tend to quit. Why? Because the society, their environment, their surroundings, maybe their family made it okay for them to quit on themselves. Oh, it's okay. I'm going to give you a blue ribbon just because you participated. No, it's not okay. Because once you do it once, you're going to say, well, I can get away with it. No one's paying attention. Because what you do in the dark, when no one's paying attention, that's it. That's going to be the separational gap for you doing extraordinary things in life. Put in the work. The amount of pain involved is a mofo. It's a mofo. I'm not saying it has to be physically. I'm talking about the mental strength it takes to keep doing things you don't want to do every day, repeatedly, and most of the time, you won't even move a damn inch. That's the grind right there, man. That is the grind. Not even moving an inch. But what did you learn? That's the best question to ask yourself. What am I learning today? What am I learning from this? But it's during those times you can forge the skills you're going to need to get there. It's a prerequisite. Some of you will be able to make that shift today because you are open to the possibilities of the unknown, and you feel like that unknown is exciting, scary, but you're willing to embrace it. These are blessings. The bigger blessings you're actually going to be receiving are the ones you're going to come from how many people you can elevate to elevate yourself. You can't ask God for $1 million. Some of you are asking for things that you can receive more. You're shooting yourself in the foot. Doing it to only for you, your benefit, is not going to work out. It's not enough. It's not enough. Step 3. You notice I spent a little bit extra time on step 1 and 2 because these next are very easy. Step 3 is set realistic, achievable goals with timelines. Hold yourself accountable. You have to be very intentional and very freaking deliberate. Now it's time for you to set your objectives. You've gotten a clear idea about what you want, why you want it, what you need to do to attain them. And your next step is to convert your objectives into concrete goals. Concrete goals. Notice the words that I'm using. Keep in mind that objectives are only results. Goals are specific things that have to happen. It's a must for you to get yourself into the next step. The next step. And making your dreams become a reality. These are measurable. Yes, it is easy to compare your old self to your new self with these goals. Yes, yes. But if you're setting a timeline, you can measure your progress. What do I need to change today? How can I make it better? What happened here? What is the lesson behind all this pain? There is no such thing as an unrealistic goal. Don't let these people fool you. Even the biggest, most seemingly impossible goals out there can be reached if you break them down into enough sub-goals with a matching timeline to surpass. Don't set impossible deadlines either. Don't set deadlines you don't want to meet. You know for sure you're not going to meet. Instead, these deadlines, which are challenging, yes, but these are designed to push you to take action. Give yourself something like, of course, you want to celebrate small little wins, but you need to be hard on yourself. Give yourself, like, if I don't make it to this thing today, I can't do this. Give yourself a reward and take something away from you. Step 4, be clear as to what holds you back. Awareness, guys. How many times you've heard me say this over and over and over and over and over? If you heighten your awareness, you can change your life. Most of you don't even know what's happening. You have to be aware of arrangements, situations, obligations, and all other external factors that come into place that are holding you back as glass ceilings from operating at an optimal level, peak levels. You have to be aware of those arrangements. Be so hard on yourself, but so kind to yourself. Enjoy the process and start working to remove some of these, replace them with positive reinforcements. Anchoring and framing. Yes, yes. In order to move something with the same amount of force, you need to put something else there with the same enough excitement. Yes, yes. Many of you are moving when you should be studying, which results in you getting demotivated because you're moving backwards, or even worse, making the same damn mistakes over and over and over and over. I don't know why this isn't happening, Chris. My life sucks. No, your awareness time sucks. Your reflection time sucks. You're not reflecting enough. Step 5, get rid of the limiting beliefs. Whatever those are for you. I can't do this for you. Like I said before at the beginning of this, I'm just a finger pointing down the trail. You got to walk it for yourself. I'm just going to give you the formula and the framework. While step 4 is crucial, you have to understand that these beliefs are the undergrid to the things that is all the way underneath the bottom of it that are really going to hold you back, because that's ingrained into your subconscious. You engage in limiting behavior or find yourself in limiting arrangements and relationships because you have certain mindsets, because you don't believe you deserve happiness. You don't believe you deserve that optimal level. Something's holding you back. You have to discover what that is. You need to identify the core mindsets that lie beneath these limitations and get them out. If it's not serving you, see you. Bye, Felicia. Move. Step 6, learn to enjoy the process. How many times you've ever heard someone say this? Like, almost, I don't even want to say it, but it's so simple. Enjoy the process. Understand that reaching your personal peak is not the destination. There's always going to be another level. Instead, it's a process where you learn more about yourself and be like, you know what? I don't even want to go this route. I want to go this route. This is bigger. Because once you get to the top of the mountain, you're going to realize there's a whole bunch of other mountains up there. Like, holy shit. Oh my gosh, I was thinking too small. True story. Enjoy the process. Then you'll start falling in love with yourself because, damn, I did something from nothing. Even when someone else or everybody else around you is telling you you ain't nothing. That's not truth. Don't obsess about the destination, but enjoy the journey. That's the best investment you can make is for yourself. Step 7, measure success the right way. Reflection time. You got to make the proper adjustments that are going to keep you moving forward. If you measure and reassess the wrong way, you will only surely feel discouraged, depressed, and defeated, which leads to what? Quitting. Learn to measure your success based on whether you have identified and set money-making opportunities for yourself, if that's what you choose. I have activities that make me money. I have activities that bring me a lot of happiness and bliss and joy. See my point? You need to keep rewarding yourself in all areas. If you're trying to lose weight, they have a thing called cheat day. Cheat. But there's a limit to the cheating though, right? Yes, yes? Cheat days don't last more than a meal, I think. I don't know. Anyways, but you have to measure your success, not in the terms of final outcomes, but based on the steps you need to take to get yourself to that goal. Step 8, very simple method. Recognize your momentum. Let's face it, the road to operating at peak levels or optimal levels can be rough, especially if you have unproductive habits right now that are getting in your way. Could be your surroundings. It is too easy to feel that the more you try at something, the more distant your objective seems to be. It's going to feel that way. It's supposed to be difficult. Eventually you start thinking it's all pointless. Like, what the hell's the point anyway? And you give up. To short circuit and very uncommon problem, focusing on identifying momentum, you need to take a step back, outer body experience. The good news is when you start to working towards your goal, you eventually get used to the work involved. It takes less and less effort, more time. Then you go, I have more time for myself to contextualize, measure, and reassess. I found a better way of doing something. Then next thing you know, boop, you piqued your curiosity. Now you're using your brain that you haven't used before in that type of way. It's all making sense. Yes, yes. You learn to recognizing you hit momentum and a large amount of satisfaction that comes from its compound effect. It never stops. It's like a fire. You just keep putting leaves on that fire. This will help you avoid feeling impatient. Like, man, I just got to get there. I got to get there. And then you can start getting frustrated, which leads to what? Quitting. And you lose to yourself. Not a good feeling. Step 9, lose yourself in a moment and only positive moments. Investigate dark ones. That's the time to learn. As you work to change your mindset, your habits, your daily activities, you can reach peak levels of performance in certain areas of your life. Always remember one thing, that every single day, if you stick to your plan and take action, is a victory. It's a freaking victory. That's a win. At some point, you'll move that needle. Once you move that needle, boom, it's like catching lightning in a bottle. But if you quit, however, you'll never know that feeling. Understand this, savor it. Lose yourself in the satisfaction of getting one step further. Even if it's just an inch closer to that peak levels of performance you desire, the optimal level. How many times you've heard me say this throughout today's training? Losing yourself in that moment will only actually put it this way. It'll get you closer to understanding the bigger picture. That inner resolve, sustain the power, the strength of character you need to reach those optimal levels, and you can end up sustaining yourself there and staying there. Like holding that line. I will not go back. Step 10, last step. Best step, my opinion. Challenge yourself. Learn to love to challenge yourself. If you follow what I share with you today, you will be blown away on how quickly it is to reach those optimal levels in all areas. I don't care if your goal is just to have a better relationship with your spouse. If you do what I asked you to do today, you'll get there eventually, but you can't quit on yourself. Once you reach those levels, the key to sustaining them is to continuously challenging yourself and getting better. I made 9 buckets a day. I'm going to make 30. See my point? You can't get complacent here. You got to never settle. Keep pushing yourself. Keep challenging yourself to go higher and higher and higher. There's always another level. Follow this. This is just a framework. And the guys the rest of the week are going to go over their goal setting commitment series. And they're going to go through different ways. And the reason why we're doing this for you guys is so that way you're getting it from different zones of geniuses and perspectives. It's powerful that way. Regardless of the aspect of your life you wish to improve, these steps will help you aim higher and push farther than ever before. Success is not just learned behavior. It's a habit. Develop a sustainable success habit today for yourself. Like whatever you're trying to set out for yourself, it doesn't really matter. Just keep pushing forward. Keep moving that needle. If you don't lose a day, if you don't move the needle, you haven't really lost. You're still breathing. Be grateful. Keep moving forward. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's rant, the goal setting series, part 1. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, send an email to, I didn't even hit the damn little banner thing. See what happens when I do it by myself. Win-Win Effect, Phil Faluca. If you're wanting to learn how to monetize a podcast, the episode just launched, episode 116 today on the Win-Win Effect. Check it out on Apple and all that stuff. Every single one we're on. Other than that, guys, be well, be you, be great. Peace out. Much love and happiness. Just keep moving that needle forward. And guys, y'all just take care. Be well, be you, be great. Peace out. Much love.
Cast is brought to you by WINJECT Studios. We are an all-in-one educational platform for podcasters that revolutionizes how hosts leverage content to increase engagement with listeners, downloads, and income. We come together to focus on community, collaboration, and collective impact. For more information on how you can interact directly with our hosts, access exclusive live content with offers you can't get anywhere else from our official partners, join our purpose-driven community by visiting www.winject.com. If you're ready to build a career doing what you love, then we're ready to see you there.